know that, hey, this could be producing a tornado. Action would be required here. So if there's not one there now, then one could drop rather soon. This right here is 73. This is 59. So right where 73 and 59 meet is what we are likely seeing. There's K7. So K7 drops down there by Atchison. Let's see what this latest update has. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. It's probably right there, would be my guess, just southwest of Atchison. Not sure, but that's the strongest rotation I see. Let's go to Melissa and get a track on this, moving east at 35. Melissa?
Yeah, so we've got the track on here right now. I'm working on getting the numbers back up because they just kind of disappeared here for a second. I will pull this back up now. I'll just put another track on it real quick. Looks like we're starting to get it a little bit closer to our kind of radar, so it's easier to see. So if we go about 35. Okay, so we're talking about at around 6:01. Currently, it is 5:56. So if you are in the Dalby area, make sure you're getting to your safe place. Around 6:15, moving into Dye. Around 3 minutes after that, 6:17, moving into DeKalb. 6:26 in Haydite, and then 6:30 around that time in Triple R. So it is moving 35 miles an hour. So it is moving a little bit on the quicker side. So if you are anywhere within this path, make sure you're getting in your tornado safe place at this time. And of course, this is going to continue to update scans. So within the next couple of minutes, if you are within the Dalby area, make sure you're getting in your tornado safe place, as well as Dye. Within the next 15 minutes, the storm and the circulation will be heading towards your area too. Luke, I'll send it back over to you.
Okay, thanks, Melissa. Good information there. So we're going to keep track on this for you, and we're going to be checking the reports here as well, see as those come in. We've got the 6 o'clock news coming on here in just about 3 minutes or so. We're going to stay with this warning as long as we have a warning, as long as there is a chance that a tornado could be produced, then we're going to stay with that. So that's a high threat, certainly warrants us being on TV, and we'll go to the news if this does drop back off. But at the moment, we're going to focus on this. What I want to point out with this is the only warning that we have right now along this line. Everybody else has got some thunderstorms. You can see them up by Maryville and St. Joe, stretching back toward Topeka. But I want to switch here for just a moment to our watch. Okay, so the storms are moving into this zone. All right, this is the tornado watch. This tornado watch does include Kansas City. It goes until 10 o'clock. This is the favorable area where we may see more of these as the night wears on. This is where conditions are ripe for storms to want to spin up. So that's why we're going to be watching this throughout the day. That's why we've been talking about today so much. And now we're seeing it happen as these storms move in. They're wanting to spin a little bit. So let me get back to the warning here. And if you're just joining us, they've just added a new severe portion to the warning that's a little bit larger. So that's going to include Weston and DeKalb. It's just north of Easton. Oftentimes when you got a storm that's strong enough to rotate like this and possibly produce a tornado, it's going to come with other hazards such as hail and high winds. We're going to check out the wind threat because that's one of the bigger threats through today too. So I'm going to stop this right here. I do see this right here could be large hail and damaging winds on the south side. I'm seeing a little bit of a notch try to develop there too. That could also be another area that's trying to rotate. So just zooming back in on the rotating part of the storm, the tornadic part of the storm, right about Atchison, in that general area. See, I believe that was K7 that we have. That's running north and south. Let me zoom in on that again. There's K7 right here. So it's right along the K7, Highway 73, Highway 59, where all those come together. Right around Atchison is likely where we have a tornado that may develop, or if it's not there already, it's a possibility. And then running south too on K7, possibly just south, near or north of St. Pat's. That's the part right there. So next in line, Lewis and Clark and Rushfield. That warning goes until 6:15. Now let's look at the severe portion of this and see what we're working with here. So this goes until 6:30. It's a little bit longer. It stretches out a bit farther. That goes for Atchison County, Buchanan County, of course, and then Doniphan and Platte counties. It's all this yellow box that you see. And within this zone, let's see what the winds. They're saying 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. So not tremendously devastating. Severe thunderstorm warnings. They come in different tiers. Earlier today, we saw the top tier, which is called destructive. That's where we had 80 to 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We don't see that with this storm, so good news there. But it could have some severe level 60-mile-per-hour winds and some hail that comes with it, too. That would be right here on the southern side. That's going to track south of where that rotating part is, so south of the tornado warning. And you could have some more up here. It could all be gusty up in here, but that section right there, southwest of Atchison, would likely be the most intense non-tornadic part of the storm as far as the hail and high winds. We can look at that too. let me show you the hail and what it's looking like with this, because this one just kind of muscled up. I don't see much now. There's a little bit back behind it. There's Nortonville. So this takes just a moment. This is our computer taking the storm and trying to figure out exactly how strong it is and how much hail it could. So the hail probably a little bit farther east than that, but it's not tremendously large yet, but it could grow. The storm's just getting going on us here, and the winds again up to 60 miles per hour. So tornado warning for Atchison County, Kansas. Also stretches into northwestern Platte County, just northwest of Weston, and for portions of Buchanan County. Right around Atchison is where we're most concerned right now for something that could be there, could drop. Melissa, let's get back to you, and we'll do an updated track on this storm, and also if anything's coming through, what the National Weather Service is saying about this, if you can get that for us.
Okay, we can start off first with the track. I just put it on there. Now, it is a little bit hard to see, but it's now mainly seeing some of that rotation a little bit more towards the east of Atchison at this point. So Lewis and Clark Village around 6:05, so that's in about 3 minutes. Make sure you're getting in your tornado safe place at this time, as well as Fairview School. Anybody in that vicinity around 6:07. So you have about 5 to 6 minutes to get in your tornado safe place. Now, around 6:15, Valley Chapel School and moving into the DeKalb area, you'll be needing to get in your tornado safe place now. You do have a couple more minutes, though, if you need to go ahead and get your safety bag or something like that. But eventually, 6:25 moving into Wallace and then Haydite too. So if you are anywhere within this tornado warning, especially heading out towards the eastern part of that, make sure you're getting in your tornado safe place at this moment or very quickly. Now I'm going to take another look at to see if we have any sort of reports. I'm not seeing any, but I do want to say that we have our Facebook pulled up here, our Facebook live stream. So if you have any reports from your house or anything, be sure to put it into the comments on our Facebook live stream. We'll be able to kind of help us do this as we're going to continue to give you the latest information that we've got. Luke,
yeah, thanks, Melissa, and thanks to you too. If you're on that Facebook live stream, you're the first one that gives us reports, so they don't have to go filtered through anything, and they come straight to us. We can share that with our viewers. So it's really helpful. So we do appreciate that. We're going to watch our Facebook stream. I'm going to step off screen. This is our tower cam and a live shot from Kansas City, and we're looking to the north and northwest there. So for us right now in the metro, we don't have anything immediately threatening, but this is that big strong batch. It's to our west. We expect it to be here within about an hour and a half, 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, something like that. So I'll time that out for you here. This is the latest. This updates every hour now. Once we get really close to an event, we get hourly updates on what the forecast radar will look like. And notice, here we are at about 6 o'clock, and it's picking up on this strong line moving into Atchison County, so it's doing a rather good job. You may be wondering, okay, what's next in line? Well, let's go into about 7 and 8 o'clock. This is right at 8. So we're talking 2 hours from now, and this will probably be here. And what I want you to see are these bright pink spots through there. Not everybody's going to see severe weather. We don't want to make it sound like that. These large zones that are the watch means conditions are favorable within that watch, where in spots we could see hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. And we watch those pink areas on the actual radar, and our forecast radar is showing that some of these are going to be out there. So we could well have severe weather nosing in within a couple hours here in KC, and points to the north, like Bethany and Cameron, all the way down in toward Ottawa. So just want to give you that heads up. We're out ahead of this right now in the city, but later on it could be rather rough around here, and we could be breaking in with more storm coverage. So it's just one of those nights. And I think what's going to play out whenever I see this kind of scenario where you've got a big line like this is that these spin up rather quickly, and then they sometimes fall apart, which may have just happened, Melissa, because I think that tornado warning was expired soon, and now we're down to just a severe thunderstorm warning. That's what will happen today. This is why we've got to be nimble. We've got to be on our toes, and you want to remain aware, because these things could just really try to wrap up, and they may not be there 10 minutes later, but if it drops down, it could drop down quick. So we're going to be watching these like a hawk. Now it's just the severe thunderstorm. As long as it's not considerable or anything too damaging, then we'll be able to get to the news. Let's see what this latest warning is, because we've got 2 of them up here now. We'll go to the one up here that now includes St. Joe. This is going till 6:30. We're seeing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with it. These are fast movers too. So just know as we track these tonight, this one's going 50 miles an hour to the northeast. These will cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. So this one right here, severe thunderstorm, 60-mile-per-hour wind, quarter-size hail till 6:30, Andrew, Buchanan, Donovan, and Holt counties. No longer seeing the rotation that we did just about 10 minutes ago. And then the other one also goes until 6:30. Similar. That one's going to be going south of Atchison, more toward Weston. That is Atchison, Buchanan, Leavenworth, and Platte counties as these race off to the northeast. So there we go. We're up and running, everybody. We're going to be watching these very closely tonight. The first warning underway, and for Kansas City, it's probably down here by about Wilmington and Topeka. That's the zone that's going to be moving toward us. So we're going to be keeping tabs on that. So with the warning, the tornado threat having passed, we can get back to the newscast, and we'll also have all the updates for the forecast for you there.
All right, thank you, Luke. As you've been watching, this is a first warn weather day. There is, so we're going to continue to monitor the weather.